Today we're going to be looking at MALINOVKA with the T92, and about 2-3 weeks ago I made a video that got a lot of attention. It was a bush that I took on MALINOVKA at the top of this map right on the hill here, and it was from the other spawn, and people love MALINOVKA and Prokhorovka videos, and it's no surprise my channel is about light tanks, and these are the best maps for lights. So here I'm going to be showing you an example of me taking pretty much the exact same bush from the opposite spawn, and ignore our WZ-132 who drowned here, but I'm going to be showing you the same exact bush from the other spawn in the T92, and I'm going to show you how well it works. There was one person I remember that commented and saying he said there's better options, and I said, you're right. Absolutely, you can take better options. In fact, I think your best option is always going to be the standard bush here, but the risk of being blind fired in this bush is high. It's highly likely that you're going to get blind fired there, especially as you go up the tiers. If you're tier 10, man, you're going to have these tank destroyers just flinging HE shells at you in there, and it's not worth it. So we get into this area right here. This guy's trying to take a shot at the boar. At first I thought it might have been a blind, but then I saw that the boar is right behind me. And look what we're able to spot here. Now again, I'm not running binocs. This is CVS, guys. Maybe we have about 480 something view range. I do usually have decent crew, so I have recon and situational awareness, etc. However, I'm sitting here with just CVS and optics, and look what we're able to spot. Now you can try this area right here, so I'll draw that for you real quick. Right here, this bush is really vital for doing the exact same thing that I'm doing here, except from this bush you're actually able to spot down. That's the good thing about the spotting and the scouting mechanics, is that when you're spotting downhill, it's so much easier to spot people because your view range kind of can go over some bushes, even some small trees. And look what we're able to light here on our way, these guys' way up, right? As these guys are coming up, they're getting wrecked by my team, right? And once the G-Sor gets here, I run away. I'm not even spotted, guys, because I just kept the bush between me and him. I go down this hill here, and we're not even lit. And now I can go directly to this bush right here, and we're in great shape, guys. We're in absolutely phenomenal shape here. We're at 2100 spotting, and now we can continue our game without even being lit, without even losing any HP other than the 58, 98, whatever HP that I lost because I had to jump off the cliff here, right? But that's it. That's what I would recommend that you guys try. I'm not saying to stay here for the entire game, but this bush is really powerful starting off, because the thing is with light tanks is you kind of have to start figuring out different plays and just kind of developing your options, right, in a light tank. Because what happens is everybody starts to learn the passive scouting locations. Everybody starts blind firing, and then also and you could say that my channel is actually bad for this, but a lot of other light tankers will start understanding what plays work, and they'll start making the same plays that you're making, right? And you're going to get lit, you know? It's going to be like that Spider-Man meme where you're both staring at each other, looking at each other like, you know, why are you here? Why are you here? And that's what it is, right? That's like an even 90 meme in World of Tanks, is that two even 90s go to like the same bush and they're just staring at each other like, oh, okay, and then they both run away from each other, right? You don't want that, so you want to keep trying to change it up, keep it fresh, and try new things. Otherwise, you're going to end up in these situations where you're getting blind fired and whatever, and people are going to tell you, light tank, why aren't you in the standard bush? Light tank, why aren't you here? And I'm going to tell them, dude, I'm branching out, I'm trying different things because I want to be a good light tank player and remain versatile in my role of being a light tank, and understand that there's a lot of different areas that I can use because I've branched out and I've used them before. And in a situation where I might need to now go up to the hill to spot, well, I know exactly where I need to go, exactly how I need to approach the bush, exactly what I'm going to spot in that bush. Does this make sense to you guys? I hope it does. So that's what we're doing here with this bush. We're just scouting and getting these initial spots, and now we're in a situation where, because we have 43% concealment, at least I do on this vehicle, the T92 has pretty good concealment. The Lorraine isn't even spotting me here because I don't believe he has optics, and I'm going to sit in this bush. And this is how you can progress on MALINOVKA. You can use these little bushes here and these bushes here, and you can push this and take this little ditch here. And now we spotted the Su-130. We have the Lorraine permalit. My team is in phenomenal shape because we pushed the hill early on, because we spotted people coming up early on. All my team up here had good shots on people coming like this up the hill, and we're in great shape, guys. We're in phenomenal shape. We're gonna win this game, right? And now I'm gonna get really creative and actually come out to the back of the bush here, go solid bush, take a shot in the Lorraine, and this is just a beautiful game, right? The way this game panned out, we had a great team. If we had a bad team, we probably would have lost, but we had a team that was willing to take advantage of all my spotting. We're at 3K spotting, guys, 750 damage, and this game's over. Now we just have to try and carefully spot the forest, and this is how you're going to do it. You're going to come to this bush, hang around for a moment. If you don't light anything, just go for it, okay? Just go for it, guys. Try and spot people here. Look, the Scorpion's lit. Now these guys will have shots, and then you can try and run down into this ditch line and get safe again. Or you can just run right through the trees, guys. Don't be afraid at this point when it's something like 11 to 5 to just go for it, guys, you know, because likely if you have good view range and all, unless someone is really good at playing their tank destroyer and is double bushed in the back, you're likely going to spot them. And now look, we spotted the Su-130. I'm trying to dance away from the Borisk over here. It's likely this guy's going to clean me up, and he does. But in the meantime, we spotted the Su-130, actually kept him lit long enough for my team to clearly see him, and now it's just the Boar, and I'm kind of pinging the map to let these guys know, like, yeah, this guy's like right in here, man. He's still in the same spot. And here comes Lance and C. He's going to rush down right through here. He's going to end up cleaning up the Borisk. Actually, the Borisk runs. I forgot about this. He ran away, and I make the joke in the chat, like, we got a runner. I always like to say this when people start running away. And then the WZ is basically going to get cleaned up. I'll fast forward until that happens. And that's it, guys. Like, that's the whole game. And I really, truly believe that my team on the hill was able to progress this very quickly because we were able to hold these guys down as they were approaching the hill, right? The way the vision works over here, when you're sitting in this bush, is you end up spotting this whole thing, like as people come up this way, and you'll even spot people that might poke like in this area as well. But you're spotting this entire thing, right? Like, this is your vision, and it's vital, man. When people come up this hill and they get lit, like, your Artie will have shots as well. I don't even think we had Artie in this game, so keep that in mind. If we had Artie, we probably would have been even better off, right? Because Artie would have had many shots to take before these guys even approached the hill. Right, and it's just the way the vision works. If you understand it, you'll understand that this spot on the hill is a really good location. Are there some better areas? Yeah, sure. I mean, you could try and take the standard bush, you'll spot a lot, right? You can try and come down this little ridge line here up to this little dip right here and try and get in this bush line like I did later on in the game, but you can do it right away if you want to. There's options, guys. But my point in this video, like the main point I want to drive home, is that I want you guys to have many different plays in your arsenal so that you can adjust to the game on the fly. You know these positions well, you know how they work, right? And you can use them to your advantage. The more you know, the more places you know, and the more you know how the maps work and you know areas to go, you're going to be much better off in a light tank, because you'll see a situation and you'll go, I know exactly where I need to be for this. You'll see another situation on the other side of the map, you'll be like, I know I got to go to this bush, or I got to try and make an active scout run right here and spot these guys. And you'll know, and it's an experience thing, guys, but add this bush to your arsenal, and I promise you, you're going to have a good time on Malinovka. That's it, but let's get into the M plates real quick. So we're going to have a second class game here. I thought it might have been first class, 5100 spotting, but it is what it is, right, guys? 752 damage. This is probably the reason we didn't have any kills and not a lot of damage. That's probably the reason why we didn't have like a first class game. The experience wasn't quite high enough, but we do end up, we're actually second by experience. The CS52 had a better game than me by experience. He played very, very well. And the Boar on our team, man, he played really well as well. He was the one that got those initial shots off for me and gave me like 800 spotting damage right off the bat, right? So, yeah, I mean, we're second by experience. It was a really good game for a lot of my team. Did we have the better team? Yes. If they had a much better team, would we have lost? Probably. Like, I'm not saying that this bush I took is like going to be 100% win rate for you, right? Like, I'm not trying to give you guys a cheat code. There's no cheat codes in this game or anything like that. You need to have a good team, but I'm telling you, even if you have a bad team, you're going to get some spotting damage in this bush, and it's a really good way to assist your team on the hill, because the hill is vital on Malinovka, guys. So that's it. We made 38k from this. Again, we had over almost 6,000 combined, actually, in this game, and it was like an 8-minute game, man. Like, not bad at all for Malinovka. Most games on this map and on Prokhorovka are going to be pretty long, but I think we were able to polish this team off very, very quickly. So that's it. If you like this kind of content, guys, do subscribe. I'm all about helping out people playing light tanks, right? Because this community is, they're good. Like, it's a good community, but the people specifically in the chat are always crapping on light tanks, and I don't want you guys to be uncomfortable playing your lights. So that's what my videos are all about. Like, comment, share it, guys. It helps the videos get recommended more so I can help more of you out. And again, do sub if you enjoy the content and you're learning from it. If you don't enjoy it, don't sub. But it's my hope that if you're watching this content, you'd like to learn more about light tanks. That's it, guys. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye now.